My humble pranams to all the divine immortal souls who have gathered here today. Thank you so much for joining me today. As promised, today's topic is going to be the law of reflection and the lessons that we can learn from it. So, this is taken from the book A Little Light on the Spiritual Laws by Diana Cooper. Diana Cooper is the one who wrote the book on Atlantis also. So, let me go to the next screen. Okay, I have to go to the next screen. Okay, what Diana Cooper says is Earth is an amazing place of learning. And actually, a lot of masters are telling Earth is a playground. We are born here to enjoy the life, to experience the life, to go through the challenges with a smile on our face. But which most of us, are not able to do because we do not understand the concept of divinity in us. Okay, the concept of divinity is we forget that we are divine immortal souls. We are so attached to the body and mind, and we are so attached to the senses. Because of that, there's a lot of challenges that we are facing. So, Diana Cooper says, Earth, universe is a mirror. And we all know what is a mirror. If you go and stand in front of a mirror, it will reflect as you are. Okay, for example, if you're looking beautiful, it will show that you're beautiful. If you're looking sad for that particular day, it will show that you are sad. But there are some kind of mirrors, contorted visions we will get. But universe is not like that. Universe is so honest and accurate. It will show exactly as it is. So that is what they call the law of reflection. The law of reflection is whatever you are seeing in the mirror, it shows all the deepest secrets, everything. It's like an open book. It shows everything, your feelings, your emotions. How what is your energy like. When you look at your body itself, you will know what is your energy like. Everything it will show. So the law of reflection reminds us to look into the mirror and to change ourselves. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry, I have to admit somebody in. Just one moment, yeah, because I have to shift from one to another, so it's a bit difficult for me. So the more a characteristic of someone that bothers you, for example, I just give you an example. You are working in a working environment and you're looking at your colleague. Your colleague is always angry. She gets irritated with the small things and all the things. And when you're looking at her, you must understand she's actually reflecting how you feel inside you. It shows what's inside your soul. Because if that thing is bothering you, the same character, the same emotion, the same feeling, you are also feeling. But unfortunately, we always see the thing is outside. Oh, that is her, her feelings, her anger, her, her character. That's what we say. But in actual truth, in law of reflection, if you look at law of reflection, it tells you whatever you see outside in other people is actually reflected inside of you. It is inside you. Okay. So if you look at people that irritate you, get angry, so that means you have that irritation, anger in you. But the same thing, if you look at people that who are very kind and they are very friendly, they're always smiling at you, and you like them, and you also and very beautiful. That's what I forgot to say. Very beautiful. That means you are also mirroring that aspect in you. So you also mirror the good part, and you also mirror the bad part. Okay. So what you see in others is actually in you. So the law of reflection is actually guiding us to practice the good qualities that you see in other people to, to imbibe it in yourself. Okay, so if you look at anybody who's angry, remember that the anger is in you, and what you have to do, you have to work on that anger. If you see irritation, you have to work on the irritation within you. Okay, Remember, you cannot go and tell your friend, okay, I always see you angry, so can you please not be angry for the next few days? You cannot say that because you are not able to change how another person feels. But you have the ability to change how you feel. Okay, so all this indication, the anger, the irritation, the jealousy, everything that you see outside, remember, it's not outside, it's within you. At the same time, when you see the beauty, when you see the confidence, when you see the love, when you see caring in other people, it's also inside of you. Okay, so law of reflection is actually telling us, okay, these are the areas that you have to connect with. Okay, so far so good, right? Okay, let's go to the other the slide. Thank you. The other slide is okay. There are in this book, what I find it very interesting is she has given sign that indicates something is happening in our life. She said everything is a reflection, and some of the things that I was reading, I was quite somehow inspired, and I'm awed actually to see what is happening. You see, she said, if you see birds with broken wings, it tells us that the broken wings, basically the bird cannot fly. Okay, so it says that if you keep seeing birds with broken wings, something is wrong with your life. That means your freedom is curtailed. Curtailed means you don't have the freedom to express anything. So she said, check on that and work on that. Okay, and she said, water reflects what is happening to you emotionally and spiritually. Okay, in my situation, every time my husband goes somewhere, my my tap will start leaking. And I was thinking, what is actually happening to me? Then I know there's some kind of emotion that I'm holding. So this water indicates the emotion, the leaking emotion. And then if you see river, lakes, ocean, all this is, she says, carries very emotional and spiritual life force of that area. That's why they meditate. The masters always tell, go to the place where they have water, either it's a river water or waterfall or sea, and you get it actually, if you go inside this kind of water, the water will symbolically wash and purify you. So that is the reason most of the masters tell us when you go outside, when you come back home, have a shower. If possible, wash your hair also. So that will actually purify you. So even when you're angry, a shower is an excellent way of clearing yourself. Fire indicates peace, and that's the reason that's one thought. I was thinking when we go to temple, they show fire. I never knew what is the reason why they're showing fire. Now I know it indicates peace, and it's a great transformer of negative energy. Just imagine all the people who are coming all from every part of the country. They go to the temple, and they all, some of them, not all, will have the negative energy. So the water, the fire, when they show the fire, it actually purifies that area, purify you also. So that is the reason they ask us to go to temple, I guess. And another indication that she says that if you get stuck in the mud, and especially in a dream, somebody had a dream that they got stuck in the mud. It is something to tell you about your life. That means you're stuck in the life. And earthquake tells us that the foundation of the life is not secure. So these are all great indication. And she said air has great energy. It represents communication and great ideas. If if the drought, or if when you're sitting outside and then there's some kind of wind blowing on you and you feel irritated, that means there's some kind of communication that is irritating you. And if you go through a hurricane, it says it cleanses the place. And she said the car that we are driving, the car that we have, it shows us a lot of indication about our life. If the car brake fails, it's telling us to stop something that we are doing, something that is not right. You know, just check with your life whether this thing has. I think most of us have cars, and most of us are driving a car, so we know these are the indications something is wrong. And I think for me, my own experience, I believe these are the signs that indicate what is happening in my life. If the life does not work, that means I don't know where I'm going in my life. If the paintwork of the car is scratched and battered, I have a scratch and battered car actually, and I'm feeling dented and battered. Maybe I was feeling that 5 years ago, but not now. Maybe she said that you're being very critical of yourself. I don't think I'm very critical of myself. And she said, if the car horn is not going off, that means it's time for us to speak up. Oh, this is something that incident happened in my life before, and I can in the I can actually resonate with what she says. Flat battery. Are you feeling tired or run out of energy? If there's a puncture, you're feeling deflated, or someone is letting you down, or you yourself are letting yourself down. Okay, these are all indications. These are all just signs only to show what is happening in our life, because the universe is reflecting the about our life. It's a reflection. The universe is a mirror of what is happening inside us. Okay, and the gears of the car. If something is wrong with the gears of the car, that means we are having problems shifting forward, moving forward, or we are shifting our consciousness. And she also says the animals reflect the qualities of the owners. If you have a very disciplined pet, that means people can trust you because you're very comfortable, you make them very welcome and comfortable. But if you have a dog that is very wild, then somebody must be careful of you. Okay. And she said gardens also reflect about someone. If there's a neat and tidy garden, then you are neat and tidy. So after reading the book, what I did is I went and tidied up my garden. So flamboyant and colorful, it shows that you have an extrovert side of you, you know. So all these are just signs. Okay. Whatever comes into your life, look into the mirror and see what it has to teach you. Okay. So whatever comes into that, this one I want to rephrase it. Whatever challenges that comes into your life, look within yourself, check your thought, check your emotion, and see what is teaching you. What is the lesson about? If someone is actually making you angry most of the time or irritating you all the time, you go inward and you ask, okay, this irritation, is it because I have it within me? Is it inside me? Or is it a special case that that person is reflecting his personality or her personality? Okay, do this kind of analysis, then you will know that whether it's from you or from outside. If from outside, you cannot do anything. But if it says it's within you, then you have to work towards clearing the emotion that is giving you a problem or giving you a challenge. Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to say is once we understand the law of reflection, we can actually expand our growth by looking what is happening into our life. So as Ramdas says, the journey, the life we have taken, the main purpose for us to take this life is to enjoy the life, to experience the emotion, to live the life to the fullest with joy, with happiness, and so on. So after understanding the law of reflection, then we can actually have a wonderful journey. Our journey on earth will become fascinating, exciting, and wonderful. Okay. And the last word of advice: never, never, never try to change someone. Okay. And whatever you see in others are actually reflecting you in you. So you have to work on yourself, not on others. So look within and change yourself. Okay, that's all for today.